What's happening, Renegade coaches in the building? We live and direct. This is like show 83.
Like 83.
Ah, man. Listen, before we get started, we need a moment of silence, man.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Tell them what's going on, Naka.
We definitely got to do a moment of silence. A great sister that I knew that did hair and also through events called Locks and Lovin', Ellie. We're going to have a moment of silence for her real quick. Word. All right. And also big up, rest in power to Mr. Crumby, the guy that owned Taste the Tropical over in the West End. Oh, also, Gail Sayers.
Mr. Crumby, wait, that's the brother that
had the
elder?
Yeah, the elder that had the Taste the Tropical over there.
Oh, man.
Yeah, he passed too, and RBG, all them.
Yeah, okay. We ain't shouting RBG out of here unless we talking about
Red, black, and green.
Anyway. Fuck the government. You know what I mean?
Now.
Anyway, you listen to Renegade Culture, we say fuck the police, fuck the president, fuck the goddamn senator, governor, mayor, and all the other motherfucking players.
Fuck the Attorney General from Kentucky.
Definitely fuck the attorney. We're gonna talk about this bitch ass.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
We're gonna definitely talk about this bitch ass. I can't wait for us to do a 21 piss salute for him. But anyway, tonight, our main man, Kamau, you know, he's on vacay somewhere, you know what I mean? So we got our brother, special guest hosting again, even though he's a member of the crew.
Word.
Yeah, man, I think Kamau, you know, kind of feeling the heat. He's stepping off a bit, you know, I'm stepping in the spot. I know he kind of feeling it when I get back and whatnot.
Okay.
Now, big up to my man, Kamau. You know I got you, yo.
don't mess the seat up while you there, though.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah, man did.
Hey, listen,
he did try
my
to play
seat. Again, you told him the great comeback. That was the best comeback.
That's what I told him?
That was the best
He's
comeback.
gonna get some money for that shit. Anyway, I'm Kalonji Changa alongside.
Minister Server.
Okay, and we got a heavy show tonight. First and foremost.
Damn, y'all just, hello, everyone.
What's
I
up?
am the Air Doctor. Welcome out. Boy,
That's your man's in them, yo.
We forgot about the ear doctor.
We, pronoun trouble and shit. I had
You
you,
know
yo.
what I'm saying?
I had you, yo.
This?
Sorry, brothers and sisters, man, ladies and gentlemen, and all that shit. You know, ear doctor been talking so much shit today that, you know, I ain't even know what the deal was, but we here, we live and direct. Yeah. What we got happening today, man?
Well, we got a nice show, and we dedicating this all to the sisters. Especially, they need this power. They need this this energy. We got to give them some good energy because there's some disrespect to these sisters out here.
If I'm not mistaken, we have an all-sister lineup today.
Yes, we do.
And just like for the record, right? Last week we did this. What was the joint on?
Top 5.
Top 5 women in hip hop.
Yeah,
and we also talked about some other things. What else we talked about?
What did we talk about?
Was you here?
Was I here last week?
Anyway, we talked about all types of things.
You know I transmit live from the planet, so my time and spaceship be kind of off. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
so I might have been
Anyway,
here.
we talked about Megan Thee Stallion.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
We talked about
Tory the Lane.
Tory the Lane.
Tory the Lame, yeah.
Talking about his goofy ass shooting women and shit. We thought that was
punk
real
ass, beat down coming.
And we kind of talked about how sisters are being terrorized, and you know, we sit back like it ain't happening. So we got a real huge response, and most of the folks were saying, like, you know, I wish there was a sister on there to talk about some of the issues or give their take on it. Today, again, not planned, we got a show full of sisters.
Which shows that we listen to the people. So all y'all that's watching and making comments, we're listening as a team because that's how we're growing as a community. So big up to this show, no doubt.
No doubt. Some of y'all is corny saying some dumb shit. You know?
On that
probably
old
gonna
bullshit.
shit out you when I see you. But anyway, you listen to Renegade Culture. We be right back at you in a few takes.
Before we go, let's let them know who we got coming up on the show.
Should we let them know who we got on the show?
Hey, you might as well. We got talking to an attorney.
Okay, well, we have, I'm not going to name all names, but let's just say this. The first segment, we talking about Breonna Taylor, because we know y'all want to know about that. Because of the fact that the goofy-ass, black, Mr. Belvedere-ass Attorney General, you know, that dumb shit he was talking about, we're going to address that on Renegade Culture. After that, we have one of our sister attorney friends talking about the whole ICE situation. There's a situation where women right here in the state of Georgia are getting forced hysterectomies inside of the prison system.
The devil's always the devil. Don't forget that shit, yo.
Yeah. So we're going to talk about that shit. And then after that, we have an artist one of the artists I said who's on my top 5 last week.
Word.
All these other cats fronted. They fronted. They ain't saying nothing now. Where y'all at now? She in the building. Anyway,
she's in the
we'll
building.
be back at you in a minute.
And we have another artist.
We have another artist.
Listen, we got a whole lineup
We got
of
two artists
ladies
for the first
in the house.
Yeah, yeah, and yo, the other artist is a young artist.
Okay.
She's making a lot of noise. She's doing a lot of dope stuff. Y'all gonna be pleasantly surprised. You know, we only do the dope here. You already know
Of
that.
course.
So
Fuck Renegade Coach is about. Anyway, if y'all stop cutting me the fuck off, we gonna go on break real quick.
Hey, and one more thing. Let's go on a break.
Peace and love, family. It's T. Walker representing Heavy Energy and Soul Society. What we have here today is live alkaline water. It's not just water. This is black owned and sourced outside of Winston-Salem, North Carolina. When it comes to dealing with water, you're either on the acidic side or the alkaline side when it comes to the pH scale. So what we have here is live alkaline water, alkaline literally by the earth, by God. In the rainbow clay and the crystals that's literally filtering this water and creating this alkaline water. Our goal is to get this in every home, connected with anybody who is looking to push furthermore of their health and wellness. Eat right, drink right, think right. So connect with us. Soul Society NC is our Instagram. HeavyEnergyUniversity.com is where you can reach us. Live alkaline.
What's happening, Renegade Coaches in the building?
true indeed.
And when you ain't doing nothing but trying to be a fucking boss, you listen to Renegade Coaches.
Absolutely.
Tonight's show is sponsored by Live Alkaline Water. You know what I'm saying? And this shit is real live. It's so live, I'm about to crack this bitch right here.
It's tasty.
You know what I'm saying? Would you like some live water?
Amen.
You got a little bit of live
Yes,
right here?
please.
Yeah, let me get
I
some
take
of
it
that
real
We're
live.
gonna get live
Yeah,
before we
brother.
get live.
Let's get live
Give
in the
Mr.
live.
Server
Yeah,
get
let's
some of
get
that
live
live.
with it. We're going to get live with it.
I heard it got
Thank you,
THC in it.
Indeed,
That's
indeed.
not THC. It's alkaline water. So anyway,
Alkaline.
we're gonna see how this tastes on here before I go.
We on our Dr. Savy.
Yeah, man.
This is, remember that old 7-Up commercial? This should feel like. Get this live water. That's what it's all about. Y'all got my check yet? Okay, anyway, check it. Anyway, you listen to Renegade Coaching, and of course, we are live. And tonight, we have a special guest.
Special.
Yes. All the way from the Motor City,
The Motor City.
from Detroit.
Oh, yeah.
Detroit.
Stopped through. I mean, just fell into the city.
Just fell into the
The
city.
first place she's stopping.
Amen.
In the
We're
motherfucking
going to call it a second because, you know, we had to kick the feet up for a second.
first public
The
place,
first
man.
real place.
Real.
Anyway,
Yeah, man.
ladies and gentlemen.
I'm technical, guys. I'm sorry.
She's technical. Ladies and gentlemen, we have live and direct somebody I said who's in my top 5 hip hop last week.
He did.
We got the legendary Boog Brown in the building.
Good job.
Throw your guns up for Boog Brown. Act like the fuck you know. Boog, what's happening?
I mean, you know, my hands is ashy, but I'm still in this thing.
That's okay. You know what I'm
Ashy
saying?
but classy.
If they ask you, that mean, you know what I'm saying, you don't
I
mind.
washed them.
You
That's
did
what
wash
that
them. That's
means.
good. You know, we got this whole corona thing. Know you've been testing and everything. Come in here, give us nothing we ain't come with.
Oh, man, come on. dog.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah, we
So
ain't about that
anyway,
life.
we talking about this first topic, man. We're going to get into. We know you got a new album coming out. We're going to talk about that. But before we get there, we got to deal with the business.
Yeah.
And right now, people around the world know that this whole Breonna Taylor conundrum. You know what I mean? We understand.
Conundrum?
I was
Is
going
that
to say,
what
I
it
don't, fuckery is what it really is.
Yeah, I mean,
Call it what it is.
Fuckery. Call it what it
you know,
is.
Look, I
Yeah.
This renegade culture. Come on now.
apologize for being
Spade,
politically
spade.
correct. I'm drinking regular water, alkaline water. So you know what I'm saying? It's a little bit different.
So it calm you down a bit.
It calmed me
you're
down a
Oh,
little
man,
bit.
yeah.
So anyway,
I feel you.
yes,
I
this
feel you.
Breonna
Grounded.
Taylor fuckery.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It's
I
unfortunate.
was pissed the fuck off,
Yeah.
like most of you. like
saying.
many
And
of
yet, not surprised.
you. Definitely not surprised.
We are in
Definitely not
America.
surprised.
Yeah.
We're absolutely in America.
I mean, there's no real surprise when it comes to where we are and how it happens in the world.
Right.
Like, there's no, like, I mean, Audre Lorde been talking about the same thing for years now. You know what I mean? Like, these tools is not going to dismantle this house. Like, we not about to get the type of justice that we're after that we deserve. Obviously, since we're human and walking around on 2 feet and working and breathing and creating and influencing the fucking world. We're not gonna get the kind of respect that, cause we know, I mean, what the fuck? Like, what are we really talking about here? Like, how long are we gonna like do this
Right.
song and dance
Exactly.
thing? Like, when are we just gonna get tired? Like, nigga, okay, my feet, I got my bunions, they hurt. My blisters, they hurt. I'm over the dance. My nigga, my shoes need to come off. What the fuck?
So
this is some bullshit.
You
Like,
being a sister.
what?
You being a sister, right?
Talking about no fucking targets. I'm talking about like actual organized movement.
How did that resonate with you? I mean, you know what I'm saying? You out in Detroit, and we know in Detroit, you know, a few years ago they had the situation with Ayanna Stanley Jones, 7-year-old who was murdered.
There's too many
on the couch.
There's too many many incidents.
You can't count them.
There's too many incidents around the fucking world. There's too many incidents in Detroit, my nigga. Like, it's too much. It's like, okay, so where the fuck did the code go? Like, when are we gonna get to the point where we decide that, okay, we need to insulate this for us?
Get on code.
What the fuck? Get on code, nigga. What the fuck?
Dig up the Royce on that shit.
You know what I'm saying? Like, not even
Put the call out on that shit.
all that shit. I'm just talking about period. I'm not talking about who talking about it. I'm talking about who doing it. I'm talking about code. I'm talking about, like, my nigga, it's some. Why the fuck did a young man get murdered in front of his mother in Detroit, sitting in front of his house, sitting in the driveway? Somebody roll up, hit you so hard that your motherfucking mom can't even see your face when you can't see the face of the person that did this fucking monstrosity, because you shooting so many fucking rounds that the smoke and the
And this is a
ain't no fucking code.
This is
You're
somebody
not gonna
killed
be like
by a secondary predator, police. What? This
is us against us. I'm talking about code, because
Right.
if we have code amongst us, we won't allow for other shit to happen.
Word.
It's real.
You know what I'm saying? Like, if we can maintain between us, then all this other shit is like of no consequence.
Right.
We won't allow that shit to happen. Have you ever seen a black man walking down the street? You know what I'm saying? Niggas move out the way. Or they try to puff their chest up, but it still don't work. You know what I mean? A solid black man walking down the street, protecting his family, like head of his family walking down the street. You ever seen that?
Yeah, you sitting
They
next
try.
to him.
They absolutely try
Both.
to keep that
Right.
off the internet. They
True
try to
indeed.
keep that out the museums. They try to keep it out the movies. They try to do that shit. So once we have that back, like, regardless of whatever we talking about making sure that we have protection for children and women and elders in this community. Like, we have a front line. We got that shit. We need to get back on square, so these motherfuckers can't even feel like they can even do some shit like this.
Right.
Come through with a verdict like this. Come through with the type of shit that they be doing.
That's
Because
real-
niggas gonna
real
check
solid.
you.
Word. That's important what you're saying,
Well,
because
men
in
gonna
fact
check you.
it's
Women gonna check
it's,
you.
it's a
We
different
gonna
angle.
check you. Yeah.
It's a different angle, and
Yeah.
that's one of the things
It's
we
not
were
a
talking
song
about.
and dance in that angle.
Yeah, because now, and that's the thing that with a lot of these other communities, they see the Jewish community. You know what I mean? They see that there's consequences. I mean, they see the LBGT community. There's consequences.
Yeah.
But when it comes to Africans here in America, there's no fucking consequences, because, like you said, we're not even responding to what's going on in the neighborhood. We're not even checking the secondary predators. I was talking to these cats the other day, and this brother was talking about, you know, he going to Africa or whatever, and, you know, I'm about to, you know, go help what's going on in Africa. I'm like, nigga, your block is fucked up.
That's beautiful. I'm not trying to smite nobody for where they at right now.
No, but check it.
But I need niggas to step.
This motherfucker, I'm sitting on his porch, and motherfuckers are selling dope 2 houses down, but he talking about he gonna go help Africa. Like, nigga, you.
I need you to sweep around your own front door, dog.
Yeah, I just
Straight
had to
up.
tell these cats not to disrespect your daughter, but you about to go to Africa. They don't even respect you because they know you live here, but
Wait
they
a
looking at
second.
your daughter like she meat, and you act like you don't see it.
So wait, who are these men that's here looking at his daughter this way? These is his friends looking?
No, these just some cats in the neighborhood, in his neighborhood,
man.
not in my
Oh,
neighborhood.
man.
Yeah.
Yo,
But
you know what's crazy though? The fact is, what was
Not
it?
in my
1955 is when Emmett Till, the cops were acquitted for Emmett Till
Same
on the
day,
same
yeah.
date, September the 23rd.
Same day.
And now you still got it going on. So like you're saying, it's still relevant
Yeah,
right
well,
now.
you know, same shit, different toilet.
Wild.
Yeah.
You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? So what's the you know,
Soft shit.
and I'm glad that you took the angle you took, because of the fact that by now everybody knows that they know the in and outs. They know the the cocksucker.
Talking points.
Yeah, they know the cocksucker attorney general. You
And
know what I mean?
also the kind of energy that they're gonna fucking manifest when they get us all riled up about this shit.
Right.
The type of shit the type of energy and power we produce when we angry about some shit, because we already got like, even when we not even fucking trying. So when we put our fucking collective energy behind a thing, it manifests. So all this chaos is manifesting. I'm not saying it's our fault. I'm not saying that at all. I'm saying somebody played a card and we've been playing that same card to counter it for the longest time, and it's time for another fucking card. It's time to shuffle the deck in a whole other way, right?
Word.
That's all I'm saying.
What's your take on that, sir? Server over there looking quiet, like
Sorry.
Boog preaching the gospel, like
Hey,
that
man,
shit
listen,
Minister
man,
Boog,
listen, hey,
the
listen,
server
man,
the goddamn Boog in the pulpit up in this
Listen, man,
motherfucker
listen.
tonight.
One thing that I always tell people: whenever you have a black woman that's speaking some real shit, you need to shut up and listen.
Okay,
Amen.
You see what I'm
Alright,
saying?
First time I heard you say that shit.
Probably the last time. Yeah. But you know, I mean, I was really upset about this shit because, again, you know, you would just think that, again, even though we weren't really surprised, with all the worldwide outrage about it, you know what I'm saying? You would have thought that they would have at least, somebody would have had to fall on their sword, as they say. Somebody would have had to be the scapegoat. But to me, and this is what I tell people, we as the year was coming in, we're talking about 2020 being a year of clarity. It's been clarity. Here's what they think about you. You know what I'm saying? They're very clear on that. So I agree with what Boog was saying as well. It's really about us taking care of us, because ain't nobody coming to save us. We got to know that by now, and we got to understand that there's blueprints that have been set by the elders already that we haven't paid attention to. So it's not about us coming up with nothing new. It's about us really, like, there's a new wave of leadership that is coming in right now. You know, when you have the young people, they're not putting up with a lot of the same stuff. But I also agree when you talk about that energy, which is why now, if we respond the way that they think that we're going to respond, then that really plays into the enemy's hands more than anything else.
Right.
I mean, Breonna sold just about every fucking thing in the world before she ever even was thought about in trying someone for her murder.
Right,
You know what I mean? She's selling fucking Oprah magazine.
Exactly.
She's selling goddamn ties. She's selling fucking advertisement on Facebook. Her death was fucking porn to people. It was every fucking where.
But
It was spilling out all over, and still she has no justice.
But the
What
real
fuck?
shit about it, at one point, her death was quiet.
As fuck.
Because we had the whole thing with
George Floyd.
George Floyd, and right before him we had Ahmaud Arbery, and she almost got swept under the joint.
Rashard Brooks,
the ill thing that these characters did, they tried to bust a move. They said, look, we're going to go ahead and hit the family with this $12 million settlement.
When that shit happened,
that was the watch for the hook moment right there.
Yeah.
Because what they tried to do is they tried to sweep shit under the rug. They tried to douse the flames. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
And any
I ain't
possible
gonna say
trial,
nothing else about it.
Yeah, any possible trial, they would just swoop it under. So dude was charged with wanton endangerment. First degree, which carries, if convicted,
wanton soup,
1 to 5 years.
Right.
1 to 5
and
years.
that's because the bullet went into the apartment of the old white lady.
Right.
That's the only reason why he was charged in. How
dare you shoot this old white lady apartment? You got to go to jail for that. And they totally ignored her, Breonna. But, you know, we would like to say that, you know, this is one time that we are positively displeased with these results. And I think that it's important for these moments to happen. There has to be, unfortunately, Breonna Taylor's a martyr. You know what I mean? And being a martyr is not always a bad thing. You know what I'm saying? Every now and then, some of us have to take that bullet. You know what I mean? I look at Breonna Taylor. I have children older than Breonna Taylor.
So do I.
You know what I'm saying? I have a son that's her age. And I couldn't imagine, you know, I hear that they said these 2 cops were shot. You know, I feel bad that the 2 cops were shot and they came out with the little injuries that they have. I feel that if you're going...
Oh, you said they were alive?
Yeah, these motherfuckers alive, so, you know.
Okay.
So to that, you know, without me incriminating myself, I say that if you're going to bust, get your aim right. That's all the fuck I'm going to say on that. Period. If you're going to bust, Get your aim right. Now, am I saying goddamn pop a cop? Nope. But I do like Pac's song, Every Nigga Alive Drop 2 Cops. You know what I'm saying? That's just the lyrics. I like that. But anyway, listen to Renegade Culture. We're going to be right back at you in a minute. We got Boog Brown, Minister Server, guest, co-host.
Yeah.
You're in a fucking building. Act like you know. R.I.P. Rise in Power, Breonna Taylor. And as always, fuck the police.
Yo.
We know what's going on in gentrification. We know shit just doesn't spontaneously because when they do that, they feel like they're just burning down abandoned buildings, not realizing that they're burning down whole legacy.
The history of Atlanta is vanishing all around us. Throughout history, Black folks have come together to pool resources, to empower and sustain their communities. Our Black Wall Streets, our places of worship, and our HBCUs came from the collective work of Black communities.
Show the Black people how to pool our wealth and set up something of our own.
Inspiration from our ancestors moves from motivation to action. We have the opportunity to preserve a space for Black-owned businesses in our vanishing communities. We have the opportunity to ensure that our culture exists in the future. When the great-great-grandchildren look back at this time in history, they will see the faces of Black folks and the community who came together to save ourselves. We will no longer stand in the shadows of displacement and allow it to define us. We are Black history in the making. We will tell our own stories in a place that connects culture, community, and legacy. We are the Connect.
What's happening, Renegade Coaches in the building?
Yo.
Your favorite podcast in the whole goddamn universe. It's Kalonji Changa alongside
Minister Server filling in for Kamau K. Franklin.
Kamau K. Frank. You even added the initial.
Come on, now, you gotta say the K.
Okay. Yeah, so we have a guest online right now, all the way from North Carolina, one of our favorite attorneys, you know what I mean? She's an immigration attorney. She's been in the game for quite a while. She's originally from Venezuela. Is that right? Okay.
That's right.
She's out there fighting on the front line. Now, we've had plenty of attorneys on here, but it's not often we would get to talk about some of the issues that affect communities across the board. We know that for those of us who organize, we know that most people hear about the FBI, they hear about the CIA, and they kind of ignore ICE if they're not from the so-called, and I hate to use the words immigrant, because ICE is the whole immigration police, quote unquote. And just like all the other police that we know, they bitches too. So, today we want to talk to someone who's going to fill us in about what ICE is and also what some of the bullshit they're pushing right here in the state of Georgia. So we have our sister, Zoila Velasquez. What's happening, Zoila?
Ready for tonight's show. Thank you all so much for having me. I'm a listener, I'm a fan of the show, so I'm definitely really honored to be here and talk with you guys tonight.
No doubt. We're happy to have you. Talk to us about ICE for folks who don't know what ICE is about. Give us a brief.
Sure. ICE stands for Immigration and Customs Enforcement. It came to be after 9/11 when the government restructured agencies like the Department of Homeland Security came into being, and then ICE fell under that umbrella. ICE is, as you stated, basically the police for immigration agencies. They are their enforcement arm. So they also contract with private companies that have set up basically the vast network of detention centers around the country. They do fall under ICE and the Department of Homeland Security's purview. They have offices throughout all the states that go out and basically arrest folks. They are definitely a rogue agency. They are not constrained by whatever laws the police are constrained by. They are not. So they are just pretty much running around the community, just rampant, and a lot of folks don't know their rights, so they depend on people who don't know their rights to basically volunteer their information and cooperate voluntarily. So a lot of the work that I do in the community is just going around and doing like Know Your Rights campaigns and workshops with people in the community, because folks, they're immigrants, they don't speak English, they think they don't have any rights here because they don't have immigration status. So ICE definitely preys on that, and that's what they depend on to be able to go out and arrest folks.
Right. So here in the state of Georgia, right, they have an ICE detention center. So they have different camps throughout the country, correct? So, you know, we've heard about Guantanamo, that's been the most recognized throughout the years as far as immigration, so on and so forth, right? Talk to us about the Irwin County Detention Center, because we know that as of late, there's been a situation where a nurse came forward with some information. Can you tell us a little something about that?
Sure. So there are 2 detention centers in Georgia. They are the Stewart Detention Center and the Irwin Detention Center. I have done more work in Stewart Detention Center, which is in Lumpkin. Irwin is in Osceola. Irwin houses, I believe it's a mixed population of men and women. Stewart is exclusively men. Anyone in North Carolina who was apprehended by ICE ends up in one of those 2 detention centers. So as you introduced last week, Dawn Wooten, who was a licensed nurse practitioner in Irwin, filed a whistleblower complaint with the Inspector General, who is the watchdog for DHS, for the Department of Homeland Security. And she was a nurse, I believe, for 3 years. She is a Black woman. She suffers from anemia, and she has a child who is asthmatic. So when COVID hit, she was, as she should be, seeking PPE from her supervisors, for herself and for other staff, and they just basically didn't care. Her life, she felt like they treated her as if her life didn't matter. The detainees' lives didn't matter. I believe I was listening to an interview, and I believe one of her coworkers passed away. And after complaining, they retaliated against her, and so she went from a full-time position to an on-call position. So at that point, she, I believe, started working with Project South, who does a lot of great work in Georgia, right. And they filed a whistleblower complaint with the Inspector General. So in that complaint, she alleged a lot about the failure to protect the detainees as well as the staff members, and also she mentioned conversations she had with, I believe, 3 women who told her that there was someone who they referred to as the uterus collector, who was a doctor near the detention center in Irwin. His name is Mahendra Amin, and the detainees were asking her, like, what's up with this guy? Like, why does everyone get sent to him and then come back with no reproductive organs? So that was in the complaint, and it just got a lot of attention because folks were comparing it to Nazi Germany, experimental, the experiments that they did on the Jews, and so that kind of, I think, struck a chord with folks. But we need not go that far to know the history of eugenics and sterilization. Right. The Nazis were actually Hitler was inspired by the United States. So exactly. I thought it was interesting that kind of caught everyone's attention when we need not look that far. But that's kind of what sparked a lot of outrage. Just last Wednesday, one of the women, her name is Pauline Binham. She's a Cameroonian immigrant. She's been here since the age of 2. She's a mother. She was in detention. So this happened last year, actually. She had been in detention for 2 years. And she went to the doctor to be treated for menstrual irregularities, and she was supposed to have a fairly routine standard procedure done, and then when she came out of anesthesia, she was told that the doctor, I believe, removed her fallopian tube. So she is now infertile, and she's 24 years old. So she was actually on the tarmac to be deported last Wednesday, and I believe 170 Congress people signed on to a letter insisting for an investigation and insisting that ICE allow her to remain in the United States so that she can assist in the investigations, and they did. Although they say that it had nothing to do with public pressure, that it was a paperwork error. That was why they let her remain in the United States.
This is insane.
Beyond insane, man.
Man, you know, I've heard so much about Irwin over the past several years, and I know that over the past year they've been talking about, or at least this year, they was talking about the fact that they weren't testing detainees for COVID. I know they have a couple machines and everything there. I heard that the conditions were deplorable. How can the people at large, the community, get involved? Because of the fact that right now, a lot of us are focused on, you know, the murders by police across the country. And oftentimes it's unfortunate that a lot of the quote unquote immigrants are overlooked. You know what I mean? And I think that's fucked up because of the fact that if we're against oppression, we should be against oppression across the board. And oftentimes, when I'm talking to, you know, my Africans out there, oftentimes we're always talking about who don't support us in our plight. We need to get behind some of these situations here. I know that there are, I believe, 5 immigration camps, immigration prisons inside the state of Georgia. There's over 300 prison camps in Georgia, period. But I know at least 5 dealing with detainees. What can we do right now to, you know, work towards shutting this shit down?
I think supporting the people who are on the ground doing the work already. I mentioned Project South. From what I've been reading, they've been very involved in a lot of the loss they're doing in the detention centers. They were also involved in assisting with this whistleblower complaint. Also, Georgia Detention Network, I think, is doing a lot of the work as well on the ground. So I would say supporting the activists and the organizers who are already rallying around the cause. I do think that with asylum seekers coming from Central America being kind of in the forefront, I don't think people realize disparately impacts Black immigrants. Haitians are the highest population detained. When folks are trying to get bonds, it's most difficult to get a bond if you're a Black immigrant. If you get a bond, the bonds are higher. The denial rates are higher. I mean, everything that's wrong with the system, with the immigration system, is disparately affects Black immigrants. So it's definitely an issue that is not just, you know, for Latinos. It's definitely an intersectional issue. So I do think we definitely need to support each other because this all really comes back down to the government not valuing our lives. You know, it doesn't matter that we're gonna die from COVID. It doesn't matter that you know, Breonna Taylor's life is less valuable than the sheetrock in her apartment or her neighbor's apartment. So, you know, it's just a pattern and practice of our lives just not being valued. So we definitely, we should all try to support each other.
And now, there are certain cities that are considered sanctuary cities. What are the policies that affect the sanctuary cities for immigrants that don't affect the other cities?
So sanctuary cities are essentially cities where the local government has said that they're not going to work with ICE. So here in Charlotte, for example, there was an agreement between ICE and the local sheriff's department whereby if you were detained for like a traffic stop or like driving without a license, they would contact ICE, verify your status, and a lot of times those charges would get dismissed because they were probably bullshit to begin with, and then you're sent off to Irwin or Stewart Detention Center, where, you know, if you don't have any application to legalize your status, you're going to end up being deported. So sanctuary cities are cities where folks have said that they're not going to cooperate with ICE. It's not local authorities' jobs to do ICE's job. So now in Charlotte, for example, the local activists were able to get the sheriff that was in agreement with that out. And we have our first Black sheriff now in Charlotte who ended that. It's called the 287G program. So he ended that. And now what ICE is doing is kind of, they say that now they're forced to like do raids. So now they're forced to go into the community and knock on doors and count on people not knowing their rights and letting them in or opening the door and starting to answer their questions. And they're being much more lawless about it because it's not as easy for them anymore. They don't have the sheriff or the police doing their job for them. So sanctuary cities are basically those cities that have said we're not going to work with federal ICE officials to turn people over.
No doubt. How can the people get in touch with you, Zoila?
With me?
Yes.
My phone number for my office is 704-493-4095. I do free consults by phone, especially now with COVID. So anybody that wants to get in contact, a lot of times I get calls from folks about ICE knocking on their door. So, feel free to anybody that knows of someone that's in that situation. I try to pay attention to what's going on, phone, answer it at all times. Those are emergency situations. But the phone number is definitely the best way to get in contact with me.
No doubt. Well, we're gonna have you on here more often, and you're gonna get less nervous. You did great. We appreciate you working with us, and
very informative. Definitely.
Whatever we can do as far as Renegade culture. I just saw a petition online today about shutting Irwin down, so we're gonna make sure that we put that in the link as well, and just keep us posted. We here.
All right. Thank you guys so much for having me.
No doubt. Thank you. Peace. Salute.
Peace.
Listen to Renegade Culture. We're going to be back at you in a few ticks. And we like to say, fuck ICE and the police.
Biatch.
I walk through darkness like a heathen, had a 3.5 GPA and Luther was teaching. Till my extra words start feeling like new meaning. Shook in my inner region so my aura could be beaming. Fertilize my creations like ovaries the semen. Spat round the reason, clinging to my upbringing. Spirit guided me back to where I first pledged allegiance. Thus one of the lessons in the songs that I've been singing. Thus one of the lessons in the songs that I've been singing. I go for what I know to help the growth of human beings like that.
Shout out to Renegade Culture. We back again. Live and direct. Servers over here looking quiet and shit.
Hey, man.
You know what I'm saying?
Yo, he mad because I said something about his koofy.
No, actually, I'm mad because he's just a white producer. No, really though, man. It's like this wasn't a gig. I'm kind of having some contract negotiation shit going on.
Okay.
I'm supposed to be doing my last segment. All this co-hosting shit, I don't know about that, man. I'm saying.
That's okay.
You're doing a great job, though, man.
Of course I'm doing a great job. I'm serving, nigga. What you say?
Listen, brothers and sisters, fans and renegades.
Fans and renegades.
When you check out this bullshit right here, tell us if we need Servo to come on again as a host. You can put it right up on the joint like you did last week when you dissed the artist that's performing last week.
Put that shit next to it. So, yeah, let them know what it is.
Yeah. Anyway, we back again. We got Boog Brown.
Why y'all like this?
Why we like this? I don't know. I just met this cat.
Can't help it.
Yes, we got Boog Brown, Minister
love.
Server. We got the ear doctor over there trying to tell us how the fuck we run our show just because he the producer.
Yo, and big up to Keela in the back. She on the board over here. Like I said, we got the ladies holding it down today.
Okay.
Yeah.
Word. So, how we looking? We talking about you got some music, new music coming out. Mm-hmm. What's good with that? You got a new single. What's the single called?
Woo, water good, yeah.
Okay. It's that live water.
Hydrating.
Live water.
Yeah, it is live.
These guys, man, listen, we'll give y'all the cash app. It's $Kalonji Changa. You go ahead and hit that in a minute.
Man.
Go ahead.
I really was I would have fell for that too.
You fell for it? Okay,
Yeah,
good.
because I'm just such a trusting person.
It is trusting. But go ahead.
He'll teach you not to be that way.
That's right.
Exactly.
New single.
You learn.
Don't listen to Server.
So anyway,
You learn.
I'm working on a joint with my homegirl Corona, Miss Corona out of Detroit. Shout out to Miss Corona.
Okay, Miss Corona.
The legendary.
Okay.
Legendary.
Are you mic'd up, Boog?
I'm mic'd up.
Okay. All right.
Can you not hear me?
I mean, I'm good. I just,
What
wasn't
am
sure.
I?
Anyway,
It's a
just checking.
disrespect for the
I felt
production
like-
over here.
Yeah,
I'm
I
sorry.
I felt like I was
She
straight.
done did like 10 seconds. Tell what you mic'd up.
Right. Hey, right in the middle of what you saying.
What?
Is you mic'd up?
No more.
Yes,
no more,
nigga.
No
I'm
more
mic'd
live
up.
water for
I've
you,
been
brother.
you gotta
mic'd up,
say.
nigga.
No more live
Whole
water for you,
time.
brother. Give
Mic'd
him
up
some
the
tap
whole
water
time.
and shit, bro.
Right. You a
No more
little
that
too
live
lit.
water, bro.
Man,
Live.
tap
Right
water.
now,
You
live.
lit.
Anyway, we gonna cut that. Don't worry. What you say? Tell us about the single.
I'm
man.
sorry when you tell us. So yeah, me and my homegirl Corona, my big sister, we got in the studio and we did a couple things. And first one of those things we shot a video for.
Okay.
Shout out to Trigger Finger Visuals. And all of the people that were a part of that video shoot, it was pretty dope. It was way dope. But it's called Make Room. And it's produced by Drugs.
Okay.
Drugs.
Is it out already, or
He
is it
smashed
coming?
it. No, it's coming.
Drug smashes,
It's
yo.
coming. Yo, he's smashing, yo.
Man,
Yo,
drugs is in a good
smashes,
zone right
you
now,
know
yo.
what I mean?
Corona's killing them and drugs is
man,
killing them.
straight up.
Okay.
I hate you for that.
Yeah, this Naka
He's
is.
just like uncouth for
There
that.
you go. Boom, boom, boom. Anyway, go ahead.
I mean, boom, boom.
Exactly.
You know? But yeah, it's she actually is like we had a really good time doing the first 2 of the joints that we're doing. So we working, but this one joint is very poignant. It's important because I think that the most powerful tool that these motherfuckers get away with is the idea that they keep us as black men and black women completely separated on separate sides, as if our struggles are not akin to one another, as if we are not the same coin but different sides.
Right.
There's no yin without the yang. You cannot have one without the other. You gotta have balance in this shit. And so until we stop fighting each other on who had it worse, nigga, can we just console each other and be like, yo, nigga, I see you hurt, you need to heal. You hurt, you need to heal. Here goes some safe space so we can get this shit together and like actually build some shit, right? It's gonna really take that so we can actually see eye to eye with one another, so then we don't have such aggression towards each other to try to find a synchronized goal to the problem at hand. We need to be solution-based. And the one thing we can do as far as being solution-based that costs nothing is to be more empathetic with one another. Is to take a second and be present with yourself to see where you are reflecting the type of shit that you are so upset with the world about. And check yourself. And then come to the table with some sort of understanding that you're not perfect. You're gonna have to check. You're gonna have to self-correct. You're gonna fall flat on your face. You're gonna be grandiose, and then you're gonna fall flat on your face. But then you have to understand that it's character building in order to get up, right? It's we owe that to each other.
No doubt.
Like, and I don't mean like just in a romantic way. I just mean like, my nigga, if you see me struggling anywhere, I don't care if you feel like you trying to fuck later or whatever. But if you see me struggling with my bags or some shit, help me with my fucking bags primarily, because I'm your sister.
True.
You know what I mean? We can get to the other shit of the relationship later, but just basic human respect as decency as me being your counterpart, walking around human God in your flesh. Do that first. You know what I mean?
I think Boog came
That's
in here.
base.
Boog came back with the spirit of Minister Server. I'm telling you, Server over there quiet as fuck. She running the goddamn
like
pulpit
church.
today.
Hey,
I mean, I ain't heard Server this goddamn quiet.
I'm not sure why Kalonji wants me
in
to
100
cut my
years.
sister off. I don't know.
I
what
don't
that's
want you to
about.
cut her off. I'm just
I don't
saying.
know what that's about.
Hey,
but
listen.
as I told you,
Hey,
Boog got
listen.
something to say. Why would
Listen,
we?
I'm
This
just
is
saying.
a sister show. Kalonji has a problem with that people out
Oh,
there. Understand that. Talking. I don't know what that is. Why you got a problem with that, brother?
We gotta listen to the sister.
Come on now.
Oh, is
Tell him, Naka.
Is that the head doctor? wait. Is that the head doctor that called every sister
Wait.
female
wait.
last week?
I don't
Okay,
know what
cool.
he's talking about,
I
sir.
bet you don't. You know
Hey.
big bastard. But anyway, we're here with Boog Brown. Boog's Kicking the Philosophy. I asked about the single. I don't know if the single was about all that shit.
My bad.
Was she?
Singles about all that shit.
Okay,
right?
all
It's
right,
called
good.
Make Room. It's with me and Miss Corona.
Called
and
Make
we got
Room.
a
Miss
video for
Corona,
it.
no
Make
doubt.
Room. Yeah,
Make
because it's
room.
like,
Room.
yeah.
Word.
Make some fucking room.
That's right.
You know what I mean? We've been in this whole shit together this whole fucking time. You gonna get it before I get it because you got a penis. And let's just be clear on it.
Patriarchy.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Right? So now
I
that
hear
you're
that word a
there,
lot lately.
now that you're there at the motherfucking table, get some
Make
fucking
room.
Make some
Make room.
room,
That's
nigga.
right.
I'm coming through here.
Okay,
Make some
okay.
room because there deserves to be, it's something we deserve a seat.
That's right. And you know what? That's real. And we have to make room. That's why we're doing a women's show tonight. See what I'm saying? Because we making room. I got my sister Neesha Nycee over there is great. Come and do some things as
Absolutely.
well.
Yeah, I mean-
we got to make room.
Make
I
room.
agree with that. Just that concept is a dope concept.
And this is
Yeah.
ill that it became a sister show because of the
Yeah.
fact that up until a couple hours ago, we didn't know that was happening. You know what I mean? So, definitely salute for you coming off the road and stopping through Renegade culture. That's always dope. You know what I'm saying? We're looking forward to, hearing some of the lyrics because a lot of folks, it's a lot of sisters out there that's on the mic, and unfortunately, some of the dopest don't get the proper respect. And I want to point out for the listeners, last week we talked about the top 5 women MCs only because of the fact that we know that oftentimes we're talking about top MCs, women are left out. You know what I mean? So, when we deal with MCs, we don't differentiate between, this is a man or a woman or whatever. If you shit dope, you shit dope.
Dope is dope,
You know what
right.
I'm saying?
A
If
dope
you shit
MC
whack,
is a dope MC.
yeah, you shit whack. Don't be fucking quoting KRS, okay? You shit whack. Shout out to KRS with this slow ass. But anyway.
Yo, speaking of the sisters, that could lead us into our what the fuck segment.
What the fuck?
Oh, what the fuck?
Oh.
We do have what the fuck segment.
What the fuck?
Yeah, speaking of sisters, it got this sister named Satchel Cole.
What
Satchel
the
Cole.
fuck, dog?
Satchel Cole.
Hold
No.
up. Wait.
That's a
Pause.
great name.
A sister named Satchel Cole?
Satchel Cole.
No. Is she a sister?
No, she's not.
Okay.
She was supposed to be posing as a sister. She's a women's rights activist. We got another white woman posing as a black woman.
Okay, so we've had 3 white women over the course of the year.
That's the Jewish
name.
professor you're talking about?
It's just too much questions. I don't know all those answers.
I think so. So you
One
have
thing at a time.
Jessica Krug. You have, what's her name? Satchel
Jessica
Page.
Satchel
Satchel Cole.
You got, what was
That's
that?
where I went with it.
Rachel Dolezal.
Rachel
Dolezal.
Dole.
And Rachel Dolezal. Now, since she white, would I be able to get away with saying a bitch named Satchel?
Hey, by all means.
Okay, good. All right, good. I don't want to be accused.
You're towing the line.
Towing the line.
Like, shit. I'm just saying.
That's what we do
She
at Renegade
trying to
culture.
She's trying to
Hey,
act
this is
black.
name
Like, come on,
Satchel?
man.
What the fuck should they have named Satchel
That's-
for?
that's-
Yeah, that's a great fucking
That's
name.
what and that's how you know it's some clown shit. They were like, somebody said, "Hey, sister, what's your name?" She looked down and seen a paper bag. Satchel.
It's a brown bag. Let me
Hold it. So you got
I'm gonna buy with
Rachel.
it.
You got Rachel and Satchel. The fuck is going on?
Oh,
Rachel,
What
Satchel, and
the fuck for real? on that?
yeah, that is definitely
Satchel
what the fuck.
is a great name.
So she came forward herself and said,
I'm
"Look,
Satchel.
yeah, hi, I'm Satchel." Satchel. What the fuck is a Satchel? Shout out to Satchel.
Yeah.
Page. No disrespect to you.
We got another.
Satchel Page
We got
already.
we got another
Satchel
what the
Page.
fuck, but it's actually a good what the fuck.
Good. What the fuck?
Yeah, actually,
Perhaps.
child rapists in Nigeria, if they get caught, they are getting castrated.
Okay. All right.
Phoenix go.
That's right. Get your monkey ass. They should ship R. Kelly to goddamn
Nigeria.
Put your ass in prison in Nigeria and see if you goddamn believe you can fly over there. Chop your shit off, nigga. Come back and fuck. You think? And shout out to the dude that mashed R. Kelly out a couple weeks ago and shit.
What? Somebody
Yeah.
mashed that nigga out?
Somebody went up in the
What?
cell and put feet, hands, arms, elbows,
Oh
all
my
that
God.
shit on
It
his
was
ass.
like a Mexican white boy or something like that.
Oh my God. Are you kidding? Is there video?
He's allegedly a Latin king. So I don't know
Latin
what to call
King,
him.
there it is.
Yeah, you getting carried away.
Is there
nigga.
video footage of this?
There's no video footage, unfortunately.
I mean, that's the best way, but
You know.
somebody heard and told.
He was in there singing it, and rumor has it that
That's great.
from the cell somebody heard, "I believe I can fly." So I don't know what happened. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying that's the fuck I heard. But anyway, what's the next what the fuck? Because that is what the fuck. But shout out to the Nigerians for that castration. I think they said they would castrate rapists, but they would if you was a pedophile, you could receive the death
penalty, right?
Yeah, so it wasn't just no castration. You fuck with the babies, you up out of here.
Yeah, you gotta be
I
up
unite
outta
with
here,
that
dog.
one. I mean, that
Yeah,
shit
I'm
right
straight.
there.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Everybody cool with that?
I swear to
yeah.
God, man.
Okay, we support Nigeria on that?
They need to have
All
that.
right, don't be fucking. Now look,
not
we
supposed
support
to-
the Nigerians and
you're not
shit.
supposed to
Shout
fuck
out to
with
all
the
our
babies.
Nigerian homies.
You're not
Yeah,
supposed
don't
to
fuck
fuck
with the
with the
babies.
babies.
Now
So-
to you other motherfuckers that be scamming us and shit, don't be fucking around with us on that. We castrate your ass. Anyway, bold question.
Bold question.
Okay,
Oh.
so
About time.
each week we have what we call, he calls it the bold question, Naka, but we call this shit Naka's nonsense because 9 out of 10 times there's gonna be some nonsense coming out that motherfucker. So you pick one of
It
those
takes a long
joints.
time to put them together too,
Yeah.
and they still end up being nonsense. I don't know what that's about.
Hey man, listen, good producers are hard to find.
Wow.
So I'm supposed to read this out loud, yes?
Yeah,
Yes, and if you can read it, because sometimes you gotta do it in braille with him.
the handwriting.
Damn. The hate is strong with this one. What's the best advice your mom gave you?
Okay, best advice your mom.
Best
That's
advice
the most
my
civilized.
mom
That's actually a good
gave
question, Naka.
Damn,
Right?
Naka. Shit.
First time for everything, even the
Fuck
fucking
me
question.
up.
Hey,
Question.
you know.
For the women.
me. Ladies.
Oh shit.
Best advice my mom gave me was to always have fuck, fight, or walk money. Because if you're going out like on a date with a man or something like that, you either gotta fuck, you gotta fight, or you gotta walk. So you need money for all those things. Right? You gotta keep something in your pocket. You can't just be out here like, oh, he cute, he nice. Oh, yeah. No, because sometimes you might get out with that cute, nice nigga and he flip the script on you. And then you there and you don't got no place to go. You ain't got no type of weapon. You don't got no type of thing. You don't have no type of idea. You don't even got $50 in your pocket to make sure that you can catch you a cab if you need to. If this nigga start tripping and you can't get away. Or you can do some shit. Or this nigga leave you somewhere. Or whatever the fuck happened. You know what I mean? Just in preparation. Always have some fuck, fight, or walk money. Like, because if you fucking still, you gon' he talk about that, oh, I ain't got no condoms.
Shit,
you
I do.
Money for some condoms, too.
Okay.
You know what I mean? You need some water. I mean, like, what the fuck? Like, you gotta have some
matter
money
what.
in your pocket, no matter what. Fuck, fight,
That's
or
the
walk.
important jewel. You hear that, Naka?
That's a good jewel. That's a good
Make
jewel.
sure you got
That is
your
good
fuck,
advice.
fight, and walk money, Naka. 'Cause you know what I'm saying? You know how you do. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, we like to thank our sister Boog Brown for coming up on this joint.
Yeah, man, no
How can
doubt.
folks get in touch with you? You gonna come back in a few ticks and rock one of those joints for us.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? We ain't heard you rock in Atlanta in quite a
I'm
while.
telling you, I got some exclusive shit, too. I want to, like, just...
Exclusive here?
Yeah.
We got the
Renegade
Renegade
Culture.
Exclusive up in this bitch. Don't get it fucked up. You listen to Renegade Culture, well, you can get a Boog Brown exclusive.
Exclusive, y'all.
Yeah. We'll never say we ain't give y'all nothing.
Yeah, and yo, so you know we got next coming up, Neesha Nycee, one of the new phenomenons. Yo, she got a new single out, produced by Zaytoven, so she's gonna be on next. We're gonna be talking to one of the young ones that are coming up. You know, we gotta make sure we bridging these gaps. You know, the hip hop bridge builders are real. You know what I mean?
Okay. I like how you plug the hip hop.
Come on now.
You know what I'm saying? Anyway, listen to Renegade Culture. Check us out on Playback TV. Renegade Culture on Playback TV. Check us out on Apple. Check us out on Google Play. Spotify. And iHeartRadio and wherever.
And go to renegadeculture.org.
Definitely go to renegadeculture.org. Shout out to all the supporters who've been getting that merch from us.
You asked me where could you find me.
Yes.
BoogBrown.com.
BoogBrown.com.
We got you.
BoogBrown.com.
BoogBrown.
I mean, how hard is that?
Y'all see the words right on the screen? There
And
it
yo,
is.
man, and yo, man, check out Boog's catalog. She got ridiculous music, yo. If y'all don't already know about Boog, shame on you anyway. I don't know whether you even hip hop if you're not up on Boog. And yo, listen, there's so many sisters. Kalonji said earlier, there's so many sisters that we just don't hear enough about. So glad to have you on here. Glad you dropped those jewels. I'm sorry that Kalonji was trying to cut you off when you was dropping jewels, but we got you, Boog.
It's all good.
We got you.
Boog, don't let them control us. It's all good. Anyway, listen to Renegade Culture. Listen to Renegade Culture, and you're witnessing Boog Brown and Minister Service last time on Renegade Culture. Black
Oh, that's great. Yeah. 1 2 1 2. Hey, 1 2 1 2. Hey, yo, don't make dollars and it don't make sense. A craftsman and I have been since back then. I was never asking if I could have this, cause it's obvious what the answer is. I spark a doobie, keep a candle lit. I'm multiplying each time that I put my hands in. It's fantastic, broadcasting from where I'm standing. This peace of mind came for dollars and dimes and time vested, busy working in the wrong direction. I didn't have the lexicon to speak on, just bittersweet poems. I let the ink pour, stuck like, fuck it, how could I be more? Like a free fall, tuck and roll, I had to reform, scarf a ball, each time hitting me hard and harder still. Stop picking the scab, gave it time to heal. That walk different when the talk real. When the sign sealed, I'm in the fire with the sharp still, hey, 1 2. Ask me how I'm living, I'ma say I'm splendid. Stepping out the way, I see it ain't no limit. Hey, yo, it ain't no limit. Right? My focus was off, the undercurrent shook me out of resolve and held me hostage, had me locked up in thoughts, out of swords. Outside looking in for the swords, reach for the door, scrambling. Lifeline, I had a handle in. A fair share of scandalous. Out here in the shadows, it's a cold world bundle. Life here for your old girl, humble. How you pivot off a stumble, let me know if I could trust you. Ain't so much of what you do, but how you move, true. Ain't no wonder over under gonna shine through. Maybe take the time to really define you. True. Ask me how I'm living, I'ma say I'm swimming. Stepping out the way I see it, ain't no limit. Hey, yo, it ain't no limit. Shout out to Slop from the Dust. On production, like ask me what? Hey man, shout out to me. Yo, shout out to me. Hey man, shout out to everybody in this place on these stages. Yeah. Alright, so.
Black. What's happening? Renegade coaches in the building.
Renegade culture.
We live and direct. Minister Server came through tonight.
Yeah, man. You know, it caught me on the humbug again. We're still in contract negotiations, but
No
I'm
doubt.
always happy to be here with my brothers
Dude,
and my sisters.
We already said we gonna give you a cup of water. Motherfucking.
As long as it's live water, we good.
That's right. Live water.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Boy, live better had that check coming. Ooh. Anyway.
Hey, yo, but you know what, man? This is dope that we're doing the sister show, and we got to make sure that we always keep the connections to the next one. Like, Boog Brown was doing the thing, you know, she's known, but we have another sister here with us tonight, Neesha Nycee. Say it twice, Neesha
Say it
Nycee.
twice, say it twice, the queen.
And
Get into it. Happy to be here. You feel me? You know, to connect the dots and to continue to use my energy, you feel me, to facilitate what needs to happen in the universe. You see what I'm saying? So when you called me, you already knew what it was, King.
I did, no doubt.
I'm gonna pull up. Get into it. We here.
Okay.
You feel me?
As you can see, Server invited her. She just gave him all this credit and shit, because Server be fucking up. But today he doing the right thing. Server paid her off real well. And she like, yeah, when Minister Server call, we float like a butterfly, sting like a bee.
You feel me?
And Neesha Nycee, she hiding in the motherfucking light bill right now.
One thing that people know about Server and hip hop, I don't fuck with nobody that's not dope.
Okay.
Period.
Okay.
Period. Anybody know I'm deadly serious about hip hop. So Neesha Nycee, man, you know, I met her a while back at an event. Was at a Nipsey Hussle event, memorial thing. But then I found out the tremendous work she's been doing around. Like I met her through Miss Dia, who was supposed to be hosting tonight. And then we reconnected again at a Cyrock show. And I just love her energy, what she's doing. She does some stuff with Sway in the Morning and South by Southwest, 83C. Now she has a single out now. So tell them about the single, tell them what you're doing, tell them how to get in contact with you. I know you're going to spit something for us in a minute, but we wanted to have you on camera and talk to you. So let the people know, let the Renegade culture audience know who Neesha Nycee is and what's going on right now. What's popping at this moment that's so exciting for me. I'm happy to see this is going on with you.
Absolutely, King. Thank you again. You know, gratitude. Right now, I do have the single out called Painful Purpose, produced by the legendary, the mogul himself, Zaytoven, and I do have that official footage on YouTube of us cooking up right in the studio. Didn't take him number 15 minutes. Took me about 20 minutes to do what I do. Then I got in the booth and used the rest of the studio time to do that. So organically showing that authenticity that's missing from the game. You see what I'm saying? We got too many females that's looking up to the Megs, that's looking up to the car. You see, I don't want to throw out too many names, but y'all get the point. You feel me? We need to be putting the focus back on the respect for women, really treating yourself like the goddess that you are, you see what I'm saying, and walking in that power fully. It shouldn't be cool to be promiscuous and all these different things that we see being promoted. So, like I said, I have Painful Purpose right now. I just did a tribute song with the legendary Curtis Blow honoring John Lewis.
That was on the Hip Hop for Peace. You can go to the Universal Hip Hop Museum on YouTube and see her on there for the Hip Hop for Peace. That was a couple of days ago. That came
Yeah. So I have that. And then recently, Zendaya just won an Emmy for Euphoria, and I have music in that pilot episode, as well as P-Valley, and just a lot of different things. Like he stated, Sway in the Morning, full interview, freestyle, get into my story, head crack, different things. And I'm grateful to still be here constantly pushing the margin for the younger generation, bridging that gap, because I feel like I have an old soul, but I understand people get into my style and they don't really know how to take me, and that's okay, you see what I'm saying, because I'm always walking in my power and I'm going to be comfortable in my own skin, you see what I'm saying? Right. So I'm just continuing to push the limit and making people follow the movement because it's here. I'm shaking up the game and I'm going to continue to shake it up, and like I said, King, I cannot thank you enough for having me here, you see what I'm saying? I can't thank you enough as well, King, because it's a pleasure.
Oh, you definitely thank me.
Yeah, come on now. I know you. I'm not gonna thank you. Come on now. I know you done put this thing together. You feel me?
I'm
So
with you.
yes.
Let me ask you this, like, you know what I'm saying, because you know we see that you have a nice track record, but aside from the track record, because of course we don't you know, we freedom fighters, so we don't necessarily we'll give a fuck who you work with.
Absolutely.
It's how you work.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? So I like what it is you're saying. I ain't heard one lyric yet, but I'm loving the fact that you're talking about respect for women, respecting yourself. You know what I mean? That's a wonderful thing. What's your motivation right now?
Well, you know, obviously my motivation is gonna constantly, continuously be the struggle. I mean, I don't come from a silver spoon. I don't come from handouts. I come from lights, no lights on, water off, parents not being around, and having, you see what I'm saying? We all relate to it, black and brown, you feel me? That's our story. So saying that to say, when I look at the verdict of the Breonna Taylor, when I can look at the Ahmaud Arbery and Rayshard Brooks and so many others, my motivation is gonna continue to be on the blood, sweat, and tears of my people. You know what I mean? In many different ways. So I can, you know, like you said, it's not about the accolades, but I feel so proud to say them because I understand that I've done it with me walking in my truth, with me being on Sway and saying, King, it's about me touching the world. You know what I'm saying? It's not about the fame, the fashion, and everything else. It just come with it.
And you know what was also really dope about that? When the protest was going on, I remember you being on the front line and being on the scene. And
Yes, constantly. Come on now, months.
Yeah, that's
from
that's really important that artists, you know, can be activists as well, particularly young artists like yourself. So big up on that.
Thank you,
we surely
King.
need those kind of connections. So
absolutely.
I was happy to see
I
that.
remember being in, I mean, like I said, I'm from St. Louis, but even being out there for Mike Brown, and we were in the streets and marching alongside Jesse Jackson, and even being out here in Atlanta for 3 months straight. I mean, my mom calling me like, baby, you only weigh so much. You can't be out there every day, and me feeling that physically, and then saying, okay, we understand protesting is one sector, that's one facet, but it's so many facets to change. So I took a step back because I needed to get myself together physically and mentally. That's the police in your face, we being tear gassed and all of that. You know what I mean? I'm little, but my voice and my power, when I'm out there, I'm passionate about my people. So we experienced a lot out there. But saying that to say, I took a step back to strategize and plan with my sisters at Spelman. I want to shout them out because we came together and we have these Zoom calls every week where we talk about how can we continue to change the trajectory. I mean, we have young queens that's studying Black African American studies right now. We have them ones that saying, hey, I'm going here for law and I want to change what it means. So I'm happy to be, you know, like I said, continuing to do the thing for Curtis Blow, doing it in that facet for John Lewis, who fought for us, just performing for the DNC 2 weekends ago. So continuing to show up in many different ways that I can. But if you gonna sit back and not do nothing, that's the problem. But you gotta do something, you know. So I'm in line with continuing to do something, whatever that something is. Donating, signing a petition, spreading that word, educating yourself, uplifting each other, you feel me? We like the Queen just got up here and said, Boog, come on now, I shouldn't go somewhere and have my male counterparts hating on me or whatever. No, hold the door for me. You see what I'm saying?
Right, that's right.
I'm like I said, don't get it twisted with the style. I'm always walking in my feminine energy. I do dress the heels tomorrow if I feel like, you see what I'm saying?
Okay.
So yeah, hold the door for me. I like to have conversations with my kings. We gotta bring it back to the core. We understand that the comedic history was left here for us to look at those blueprints. Now, what are we gonna do with it? What are we gonna do with it? For real, for real.
Neesha Nycee.
Neesha
Nice in this building.
Come
Fuck
on,
what you
man.
heard.
Come
When I first told Server that he should get Neesha Nycee on the show.
Okay.
That was a good move.
Facts.
Yeah. Anyway, in the more the words of Bunchy Carter from the Black Panther Party in L.A., he said, if you can't do nothing but spit, then motherfucker spit. If you can't do nothing but spit, then spit. You know what I mean? So that's in line with what Nisha's talking about right here. You know what I mean? You got to get involved. One of the things with us from organizing, I'm 3 decades in on the organizing tip, Yeah, decades, motherfucker.
Decades.
3 decades in. One of the
Gratitude.
things when we was approaching these artists, we've sat with all types of artists, all types of platinum artists, gold artists, artists who are local, artists who are hopeful, everybody from Boog to T.I. You understand what I'm saying? And the one thing that we had in common with all of them, the commonality, was that you have to be involved in our people's liberation struggle.
That's right.
And if you're not, we don't give a fuck how good you sound. We don't give a fuck what you look like. We don't give a fuck who like you. You might fuck around and get them pockets shook or hung upside a fucking building or something. But anyway, we appreciate Neesha Nycee
No doubt.
coming through. We looking forward to
Thank
ripping.
y'all.
Tell the people how they can how they can reach you.
Yes, everywhere at Neesha Nycee, NESHANYCEE. That is again, NESHANYCEE, www.neeshanycee.com for merchandise, the bio. You can get into the story just a little bit deeper, get into it. Thank y'all so much.
We look forward to bringing you back on. We appreciate you coming
Absolutely.
on.
We want to hear
Nycee.
that heat now.
Say it
Signing out.
twice. Neesha Nycee. Say it twice.
Thank y'all.
Okay,
Right up.
no doubt.
Let's get it.
Renegade Culture. We're going to come back with some jewelry for your ass. You know what I'm saying? We have 2 guest artists tonight. Fuck y'all know about
Yeah,
that.
that's right.
You know what I mean?
Doing it the right way.
Last
Real
week they
shit.
talking about,
Renee's
y'all
going
ain't have
off.
no sisters on it. Fuck y'all going to say this week?
We giving them too
Anyway,
much. Let's get
Renegade
it.
Culture. Follow us. Renegade Culture Podcast
Renegade.
on IG. We'll be back in a few ticks.
Yo.
Yes, I'm taking it personal. Ride for my people. On the front line, I would die for my people. All this protesting is no time to be venal. Racially profiled. Riding in the regal, we are treated unequal. More pain to the sequel. This is only the prequel. They make it illegal to live black being legal. Sandra Bland, turning signal. The cops assaulted her. Law enforcement is just pitiful. Killed Trayvon over just tea and Skittles. No charges filed. Dog, that's just despicable. I guess we're disposable. Cherish every person. Hold them close to you. Eric Garner, I can't breathe. George Floyd for 9 minutes in his neck took a knee while he begged and he plead. Looking at the footage feel like it could be me. Looking at the footage feel like it could be me. Me, Mike Brown, Timmy Rice, Shiley Tilson, Corinne Gaines. Every chance I get, I'ma say they names. Philando Castile, he was reaching for his license, didn't deserve to be killed. Ray Shaw, it's not a crime to fall asleep in your whip. It ain't have to end the way that it did. Police just take it too far, like they ain't never fell asleep from having drinks at the bar. This is just unjust history, we apart. So much attention has sparked. We continue to march, leading and doing our part. Watching close at the dark, thinking back about the Wendy's late that night. Dame had to kill him, that was out of spite. Why use a gun in a damn fist fight? Just think if that was you on the ground. He really died alone with all those people around. They kept placing orders. They ain't hear the gun sounds. We need compassion. Preach what we practice. Need more action. Let's talking in them captions and let's really back it. We came from Section 8, rats, road chests, pissy mattresses. You know the system made us savages. Taking trips to unload and reload packages. Tatiana, I'm still with you, queen. Deborah Dana with 66, that didn't mean a thing. They still shot her to death and let the shots ring. Sending peace to a family and offsprings. Uncovering lost scenes. Rikia Boyd was in the park with a few friends. Harassing and shot. That was the end. Botham Jean was killed while he was having ice cream. When you ain't safe in your home, tell me what does that mean? Look how they beat Rodney King. Damaged the crown of the king. Still we spreading our wings. It ain't none but a thing. A kid Crawford died at the traffic light. Right in front of her grandma. All these folks ain't living right. It's so hard to sleep at night. Paranoia keep us up. Can't count on your neighbor, man. Enough is enough. Tanisha Anderson was on the ground in the snow. Mentally ill, they did it so cold. Sean Reed served this country, they still killed him, you know. So many of us taken, where do we go? Black lives are beautiful. In case you ain't know, I'm just acknowledging the pain so we continue to grow. Black lives are beautiful. In case you ain't know, I'm just acknowledging the pain so we continue to grow. Say they names. Say they names. Look how far we came. Look what we overcame. You know it's power and purpose, and it's purpose and pain. Every chance I get, I'ma say they names. Say they names. Say they names. Look how far we came. Look what we overcame. You know it's power and purpose, and it's purpose and pain. Every chance I get, I'ma say they names. Say they names. Say they names. Say they. Power and purpose, and it's purpose and pain. Every chance I get, I'ma say they names, say they names. Say they names. Say it. Power and purpose, and it's purpose and pain. Every chance I get, we gotta say our name. Breonna Taylor, we love you.